Catalonia, when you see Canelón, it's like a festive dish, special occasions, but mainly for Christmas. Very Christmas thing. Yeah. Escudella y carn d'olla, which is like a stew, very typical, with pasta inside. And then the day after, with the meat of this stew, you do the Canelón. But the Canelón, it becomes more famous than the stock and the soup itself. The chicken were grown in my auntie's house, properly fed and very fatty, very meaty, very traditional taste for us. Normally it's grandmas who are doing that, help with the youngers, but it's like a generation, right? So my grandma used to cook that, my mom used to help her, my dad also cooking because my father was a chef. Then I became chef as well, and of course I helped. So first step will be like give some color to the chicken in a saucepan with seasoned salt and pepper. Then the second step will be adding the onion, chicken, white wine, and a birranci, which is a kind of a liquor wine that we use in Catalonia a lot for cooking. It's between a brandy and a sherry and a vinegar. We let it cook for around 40 minutes, 45 minutes, slow cooking like grandma style. Then the last 10 minutes is when we add the prunes and the apricot, just to boil with the rest of the chicken and the stew. If you can add some truffle, then it's amazing. Then we let it cool down, we remove the bones of the chicken and we grind all together. And then this is the filling for the Canelón. In Catalonia we have a shape of pasta which is ready-made for the Canelón. Okay, like the wonton here, but there with the pasta. Put the meat in a piping bag and then do the filling. Because Canelón you don't do like 3 or 4. You do at least 1 or 2 kilos of the dough, and then you do a lot because family used to eat more than 1 always. If you are at least 10 to 12, you need 3 or 4 kilos of meat. Yeah. So try to do it all the same. The Canelón will be done, and then we do the sauce, which is a typical bechamel with milk, flour, and butter. We used to grate a bit of nutmeg there to give special taste. We put the bechamel and we grate with some or parmesan or manchego cheese on top, grate, to give a very nice color. Yeah. And then we just put some of the ingredients that they are inside of the Canelón just outside. A bit of the dry apricot and the prune on top with a bit of chicken reduction juice. You go there in the middle of the table with the tray of the whole Canelón, and then you just, with the spoon or spatula, you start serving the family from the middle of the table. It's not like in a restaurant that you go one by one. How many do you want? The kids start with 1. The big guys is like, give me 3, give me 4. It depends on how shy you are.